Hi everybody, this is Nell. I am going to show you today how to make a soup from scratch and take advantage of repurposing some of the ingredients that you may have hanging around the house that you don't really know what else to do with, and they're on the verge of not being as fresh as you like. So this is a soup story, and it happens to be the day of the Hurricane Matthew coming into Wilmington, and you can see from out our window that's a very high tide from our location. This happens to be the storm surge, and that we're just about 2 hours from what was the low tide. So this is going to be interesting to see how my soup and this storm come together. So let's start with the stock. That's the basis of your soup. And from this pot you can see that I have taken a bunch of ends and pieces of vegetables over the course of weeks, put them in a freezer with just kind of thrown in with maybe some chicken bones that are left over from baked chickens that I've pulled the meat off of and kept the bones. You can also put fresh chicken in there, but you don't have to. And this is a very inexpensive way to make a really healthy stock, as opposed to adding water. You know, all these nutrients are going into the stock, and so that's really important. So over here you see that I have a frozen stock that I always have some leftover stock, so I like to freeze it and then, you know, use it for the next generation of soup. So I'm going to start over here. These are some of the ingredients. I'm going to make like a minestrone type soup because that's what I have. There's some onions. I start with onions. I cut the carrots and celery and garlic, and that's the beginning of our mirepoix. You don't actually put in the garlic until after your mirepoix has simmered and kind of the onions have gotten translucent, but just because garlic will burn a little faster. So anyway, you chop up all these things, then you can add your peppers right after your mirepoix has gotten a little soft, and then you might add a bunch of tomatoes, particularly for a minestrone. That's the key. Now this is a whole tomatoes that just happened to be the biggest can that I could find at the grocery store, and I'll puree that first, or chop that first before I put that in. I've got some chicken. Chicken thighs are nice for soups just because they're, you know, the dark meat's a little more tender. And again, I will use those bones for my next stock after I have picked those bones clean. I've got some leftover green beans. I'll definitely put to good use. I happen to have some leftover mushrooms, and let's see, I've got some kale and this is some of the chicken essence that was from my last soup, roasted chicken. So I always keep that because that's just a super intense flavor that will help my soup at the end. And as you can see, I'm just going to scrape away some of the fat. I won't add that fat, but I will peel off the fat and just use that chicken essence in my stock. So that's where we get started. There's the pot that will start the mirepoix. This is the chopping board, and the stock pots are working. So that's the beginning. I will come back as I'm in progress and show you what these chopping techniques look like.